Jesse Munoz here for Yakima MTG with my two cohorts, Geoff Hamasaki.
What's up?
And Ben Stinnett.
Howdy.
Ben, you're on camera again.
I did it.
Round one from Friday Night Magic from this last Friday. Ben, you're playing basically a mono red deck, slide deck.
Yep, that's right.
And Dave's on Jeskai Tokens. That's the deck that he's chose to play this standard season. And so we're gonna have aggression versus aggression here. I'm not a big fan of mono red just because it's harder to play than it seems.
Every mistake is crucial. You need to basically wring out every point of damage out of the cards that you can get. Right. And unfortunately, to do that, you have to make some bold decisions that may not pay off.
Right. It's not just, let me play everything. You have to actually play everything like very carefully.
So it's like you're mulliganing, Ben, is that right?
Yeah, if I remember right, it was like 3 creatures and 4 lands, and that's just not enough gas to get this deck off its feet.
Yeah, 4 lands is way too many for your deck. You need 2, 3 at most. So how many
are you on the play here? Or?
Honestly,
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I lost the die roll, so no, I'm on the draw.
Okay, so how bad is a mulligan here for this deck?
Every card matters, so like my impact on the game just goes down dramatically. I don't have a specific number for you, but yeah,
it's tough.
It's very tough.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you want to use
if you end up mulliganing, you hope that your opponent stumbles a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you ideally want to use like every card in your hand and end the game with just the last card.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you have a turn 1 Fire Drinker Stater. David's got nothing. He's got the Monastery into the Shivan Reef. So already you're in a good, like right kind of where you want to be. You kept a 1-lander, which is very common for this deck.
Mm-hmm.
And you've multiple plays, which is again pretty much not perfect, but what you want with this deck. You don't want to flood out. That's for sure. So we're coming across for 3 here. I see Dave's got a Wild Slash in his hand.
And I get to see it.
Yep. I wonder if taking less damage is more important here, or just getting the Monastery or the Swift Spear off the board is important.
Well, my deck definitely has a lot of tricks involved with accumulating the prowess is very important on that. So I think that was the right play.
He follows it up with a Mentor. So honestly, we're really at parity here. You haven't drawn your second land, but looks like you've got a Dragon Mantle in hand, a Chrono Crusader, Quarterly Outburst. And this is a trade you'll gladly make.
Yeah, any day. That card is so good.
So, pretty understandable here. So you're just going to develop the board as much as you can here.
Exactly. I need to. Apply the pressure.
And he's not actually putting a ton of pressure on you either. He's got 1 creature. Well, now he's got a Siege out. So he's going to be drawing extra stuff.
Drawing cards is good, but I think that the other mode is actually better in this matchup.
Against you? Oh, because you can just ping all your 1 toughness stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very tempting to just go ahead and play that Red Siege for those extra cards.
Yeah, I think getting you empty-handed is the most important thing for him to do, is keeping the board clear and emptying your hand. Because when he's drawing 2 and you're top decking with Chrono Crusaders and Titan Strengths, he's going to be a clear advantage.
Yeah, definitely when you get later in the game, my draws become less comparable to my opponents.
Mm-hmm. You drop your second land here, so you've got plays.
It's like you're deciding between a Dragon Mantle and then either Lightning Striking the Mentor, maybe?
Yep, so you go with the
Dragon Mantle.
You get a token.
You draw a card there, don't you?
I thought I did.
Yeah, I think he did draw his card.
Okay.
And just bringing the beats. So he blocked the Crusader, and he used the Titan Strength to save it and get another dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
You've got a good hand when you got Stoke, Lightning Strike, and Hordling Outbursts.
So my deck, that's just maximum reach.
Yeah, you've got gas going in your hand.
Gets a planes off the top from this siege trigger.
It's always nice. Hitting those lands is sweet.
Yep.
He's got another mentor here.
Seems good. I'm very afraid of any burn spell at this point.
Yeah, I didn't see what his hand was. It looked like he had 2 lands, though.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah. You draw your 3rd land. Now it's all action for you. Pretty much every spell is pretty much online. Even Stoke with all the creatures you've got.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good right now, even though I assume he's holding up a burn spell.
Yeah. So in his hand, I see a scry land. I tried to turn my head to see if I could see it better. It just doesn't work.
It looks like a Temple of Triumph and something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And this is an example of what I was talking about earlier, how you need to make the plays to try to squeeze out the damage. Like I recognize that he's posting up that burn spell mana, but I don't see myself actually he's effectively at 7 less with those 2 burn spells in my hand. So like I have to play assuming that he doesn't have the burn spell in order to actually get to that point. Mm-hmm. Because if he plays a burn spell, then he's keeping me at bay on the board.
Yep. All right, so you pump the Crusader once.
So you get in for 4?
Yeah, you got 4 coming through. And are you thinking of taking out one of the mentors?
Nope, I decide to
Just
fire
pump it.
breathe.
Okay.
That way it gets him to that 7 point.
Yeah.
So it's just he gains a life or he's dead in 2 turns.
Yeah. Hits another land, draws another land. He's got a cruise and 3 lands in his hand.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. I mean, he does have 2 mentors on board. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not enough to cruise either. That's rough. Hammerhand is the draw. The card is sweet in your deck. Just blanking a blocker and giving something haste possibly as well. So
yep, it is probably arguably the best card in the deck in my opinion.
It does a lot of work, and it gives the creature +1/+0. So
+1/+1 haste.
Oh, +1/+1. Nice.
Yeah. Ends up mattering quite a bit.
All right, so again come the beats. You still have Stoke, Outburst, and Lightning Strike in hand. And David can only block with one of the mentors if he wants to block at all, but he's pretty much forced to. So you got 2, 4, 5. You've got lethal if you pump. Looks like he's gonna block the 1 token. Takes, and you just pass the turn here. Why no Lightning Strike after damage?
I figure it's effectively the same to cast it during his turn than it is my turn.
Okay.
I think that was the way I thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, unless he has a negate or I don't even
think it runs negates main, or he would run negates main.
Should you actually play it after combat there? On the previous turn.
I don't know what he could draw to stop it. So you do just fire off Lightning Bolt or the Lightning Strike and take the win. Game 1. I don't like giving him extra draws.
That's fair.
Because I don't know exactly what he runs. Like most of the times, like 99.9% of the times, Jeskai Tokens isn't running negate. But on the off chance that he hits negate, that would just suck. But it was safe. He had Stoke the Flames backed up as well. So Yeah, I would probably just fire it off. All right, so I'm looking at David. He's bringing it. He's looking at Disdainful Strokes. Was that what that was?
He probably boarded them out, didn't he? Or did he actually try to... Is he bringing them in?
I don't know. I don't know.
The only thing it hits is with Stoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you taking out here?
Man, I haven't figured out exactly how to sideboard with this deck quite yet. Usually I'm looking at just taking like, one of these and one of these. These seem not very relevant.
Yeah. It looks like he did take the Stokes out. The Disdainful stuff.
Strokes.
Yes. Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah. In the build that I'm running for this mono red deck right now, I have a 2 of Frenzy Goblin and a 2 of Mardu Scout, and all of my other creatures are 4-ofs. I'm on the draw for this game, so I decided to take out the Mardu Scouts just because they could have more of an investment of mana.
It looks like you brought 2 Angers in and another Siege.
Oh, okay.
And Anger is really good against you.
Powerhouse.
Yeah. So he's bringing... I'm pretty sure it was 2 Angers and a Siege.
And he didn't have any negates to bring in.
I didn't see a negate. And it looked like he took out some Disdainful Strokes, because those are basically dead cards.
Yeah, just dead.
I mean, they hit Stokes, but that's not worth running them in. Harnessed by Force. I love that card. But yeah, it's not a card you bring in here. So I'm looking to see some Searing Bloods. This is actually pretty decent. Some Mild Slashes. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah. I'm also at this point thinking about
Forge Devil.
Yeah, that's my little tech. That card has done so much work for me since I've been playing this deck.
Yeah. Hits a lot. Looking at Perforos as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get in extra damage quicker. Maybe.
I don't know if it's quicker,
yeah.
But
four mana dude is pretty rough in this deck.
Mm-hmm. That's why that mountain's actually in my sideboard.
Yeah.
The Perforos comes in with the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense. And how many lands do you run?
18 in the main board and then 1 in the sideboard.
Okay. What's that card right there? Is that the Frenzied Goblin?
Yeah, that's the Frenzied Goblin. It's the FNM promo version.
What does Frenzied Goblin do?
So it's a 1/1 for 1 red goblin creature. When it attacks, it has a trigger. You may pay a red mana. If you do, target creature cannot block this turn.
Oh, okay. Which isn't great against his deck because he's going to be running all those tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's exactly why you see me taking him out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right now, I'm just thinking, all right, well, Perforos costs 4, so is Stoke to Flames.
Yeah.
Do I really need that many copies of Stoke to Flames?
Convoke is so good, though.
It really is.
So you did bring in Perforos?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't actually been able to get off Perforos and follow it up with a Hordling Outburst yet, so I think I was trying to force it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the best move here, but
I feel like whenever I play Perforos, I either get Perforos and no other creatures, or a bunch of creatures and I don't see Perforos. It's just one or the other. This never works for me. Is this a better matchup for... Is Jeskai Tokens a rough matchup, or is it something you don't mind going against?
Honestly, I think it's pretty much a 50-50.
Yeah.
I feel like it is. Either like I go off within the first few turns and I just get a far enough ahead, or if I don't kill him soon enough and he doesn't stumble, then he's just going to take over.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really favored too much in one direction or the other.
He doesn't have any real life gain stuff in here.
Yeah, he seems like he has a little bit more advantage after sideboarding with the Anger of the Gods coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
He does have 2 negates. Dave has 2 negates in the sideboard.
Okay.
I don't think he brought them in, though. I'm pretty sure he brought the 2 Angers in. And the other outpost siege that he has. He runs he has 3 Valorous stances in his main board. I'm not sure how good those are.
I don't think they are good in this matchup.
Yeah. All right, so you have the turn 1 Swift Spear and come across for 1. Dave, no.
Maybe he keeps him in case I decide to. He saw Lightning Strike game 1, so maybe he thinks he could save one of his prowess guys and get another dude. I mean, that's not terrible.
Right. Possibly. I just don't know. It just
the good thing about Valor Stance is it's got both modes, though. If you can only use one half of the card, then it's kind of
it's not
a lot of value.
Dead card, yeah.
All right, so I decide to play Dragon Mantle on the Swift Spear, draw a card. Prowess trigger on that bad boy.
And I'm guessing he's going to play Raise the Alarms here. I didn't see his hand. But if he's fetching and damage hasn't been done yet, or has it? No,
he's either got a burn spell or...
He did 1 and then he fetched for 1, so yeah. He's got something.
There it is, Raise the Alarm.
Yeah. And I'm guessing he's just going to chump. There it is.
Seems reasonable. Alright, followed up with another dude.
Frenzied Goblin, that's that one?
Yeah, no, Foundry Street
Denizen, yeah.
That card is surprisingly powerful.
Yeah, you can
just
pump really quickly.
Yeah, especially with that Hordling Outburst. Oh, yeah.
David has a turn 3 Jeskai Ascendancy, though, so that's
kind of scary.
Nice. Yeah. Alright, triggers. And you're going to give it haste. And now the token can't block. So you're going to bring the beats here. So it triggers prowess.
Triggers the
first Founder Street gets triggered from the other one.
This is for 5 plus
and
another
a Titan
3.
Titan Strength.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's 6, and then I play the Titan Strength for an additional 3, and then an additional prowess trigger for a total of 10 damage on that swing.
That's huge. So he's got the pressure. So this is where the Anger of the Gods off the top.
Seems pretty awesome.
Oh.
Sad.
I was just gonna talk about how you were in a really good position even with the Jeskai Ascendancy out.
But he didn't attack before he did that, even though he had a creature with no block.
He did miss a point of damage there. I think he was just so excited about drawing the Anger of the Gods that he just dropped it. Yeah.
You go from dead to empty board.
God, there's a God's Willing, and again, I'm not crazy about keeping that type of card against your deck. I know you've got burn spells, but you're not really looking to. If you're putting your burn spells towards my creatures, then I'm actually winning. You want to put your burn spells to the face. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, the draw is the Raise the Alarm.
Oh,
and
did he miss a land drop right there?
Might have.
He drew a Temple of an Epiphany, or maybe he played a land. I don't know.
All right, so you've got. Is that 3 Stoke the Flames in your hand?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
so that we can call this one then, unless he's got a negate, which I didn't think he brought in.
We need 2 negates.
Yeah. That's right, because he's got 3 Stokes. All right, so in for 2. And moves some lands around, plays the Mentor. You show him the first Stoke. No response here. Pretty much means that you're safe for the second Stoke. There it is. All right.
That was
a quick one. Yeah.
That was pretty gross.
Yeah. Pretty much consistently in a commanding position there. So off to round 2.